Welcome to Cutting Down the Nets. We are here on a Monday, which is normally SWAC day. Usually, a lot of SWAC schools play on Monday, and then there's just a couple kind of Power Six conference games. But my card does not have a whole lot of SWACtion today, which is kind of rare if you ask me. Which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. So let's go through our show. Same format as yesterday, which I did receive some good feedback on. So we're going to keep that going. How are we doing? We're not dead. We keep grinding. We are 1-1, and we're up to 25, 33, and 2. I say up to when you have a 3-20 stretch, which I've never seen in my life. Yeah, just imagine how much better that would look. But we're transparent here. We're not hiding anything. We're moving forward, and we're going to keep raising that over the next few weeks of the season. So same format as yesterday. I went through the 26 games, found the biggest discrepancies in point spreads, and kind of give you the pool, and I'll highlight some risks on whether you want to play these or not. Okay. UL Monroe and Little Rock. Known risk here is that they played yesterday, so this is a back-to-back. Does feel like two teams going in opposite directions. If you weight recent data more heavily, I worry about back-to-backs. I just don't know if that environment is the most predictive. We have Central Arkansas and New Orleans. Two bad teams squaring off, but not coming off a back-to-back situation. Texas Tech and Okie State in kind of one of those marquee matchups tonight. That'll be on TV. Eastern Kentucky, Southeast Missouri State. These teams played on Friday, and Southeast Missouri State blew them out. It was SEMS's highest adjusted offensive efficiency of the season, and it wasn't close, and it was Eastern Kentucky's lowest adjusted defensive efficiency result of the season, and it wasn't close. So they played 2 days ago. I have it closer to a pick'em, but I think there's some significant risk there, as such an extreme result is probably swaying that a little bit. Valpo, Southern Illinois, they played yesterday. Valpo won by 1 at Southern Illinois, so that is a true back-to-back. Syracuse, Duke, what do we do with the non-Jalen Johnson profile? Kind of have to figure that one out, but I have Duke by 9, and that line is at 5. Then we have Sam Houston State at Lamar. I think some risk there is that Sam Houston State is not a good team in a bad conference. They're an average team in a bad conference, and the Southland is so bad in spots that being average is worth like 15 points. So I've ridden Sam Houston State. Not sure if this is the spot, but imagine not gambling. UT Arlington, UL Lafayette. Here's the risk here. When you look at Lafayette, they have a very erratic profile. What I mean by that is they have 5 games where their adjusted defensive efficiency was below 80. That's like elite, like Baylor elite, Virginia elite. And they had 5 games their adjusted defensive efficiency was over 120. So this is not they're kind of a bad team. It's just like I don't feel like they're a very predictive team. Same story on offense. They've had 3 games with an offensive efficiency over 117, which is really strong, and they've had 4 games under 80, which is actually hard to do. Most of those were earlier in the year, but it's tricky. I do think there's value there. I probably lean making a play on Lafayette. They have played earlier in the year. They split. I think Arlington got them by 5-7 at Arlington, and Lafayette got them by double digits at Arlington. So this is the first time they've played in Louisiana. And then instead of having an own separate page, there's only one other marquee game, and I've got the difference being about 2 points, so technically a lean on USC, but I'm a Duck homer. I am not betting that game at all. But if there was a data lean on that side, it would be USC. What it's doing to me is just preventing me from betting the Ducks. So what's our card look like? I'm going to pick 3 of these that I feel are carrying the least amount of risk. We start with New Orleans. This feels like an Austin P situation if you lost a portion of your bankroll in the last few days on Austin P. I've got it at 11.6. It's 3.5, but it opened higher. So it has dropped, and I don't get it. Other than the fact that these are teams that are not very good. Central Arkansas has played more recently, like within the last few days. New Orleans hasn't missed much time, though. This is not like haven't played in a month situation. So again, things happen, range of outcomes, but I am locking in something called the Privateers. Okay, let's get on to the big boys. We've got, instead of cutting down the nets, we're just going to rip down the wooden basketball hoops with Big Country here. Okie State getting 3.5 at home. I have them minus 2.8. I don't think this line will bounce a whole lot, probably a half point either way, but you never know. What a world. Okie State's adjusted D that I am assigning them for this game is actually stronger than Texas Tech's. Kind of crazy. So that's how I see it, and I will be playing Okie State. Next up, I am taking the Dukies. By the way, Christian Laettner's form was just impeccable. Just want to point that out. So Duke at home against Syracuse. I have bought in to not the Jalen Johnson narrative that they're a better team without him. Maybe they are. Maybe they have a different flow, more of a team basketball aspect to it, as he was one of their highest usage players. I'm more buying in the fact that their offensive efficiency has really clicked, and we're talking like the last 10 games, and it's been at a near elite level. And I think Syracuse is a good spot for a team that is scoring really well. Notre Dame was in this spot a few days ago. I'd consider their profile similar, where they're just a good offensive team. They ran into turnover troubles. They just hit the stretch against Syracuse where they let them go on like a 30-0 run. Otherwise, I think Syracuse is coming off a 15 to 20 point loss. So I am bought in on Duke, which I don't know the last time I said that, so it should be interesting. So thanks for stopping by. Should be a fun Monday. We've got some big games to track, and thanks for stopping by, cutting down the nets.